Hey, what's going on, great people? This is Danielle Pierce, co-founder of Mindset to Money. As you guys know, or you may not know, we are in the midst of a 90-day campaign. This campaign is called Preservation Talk, and it's all things property preservation. So the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, success stories, student failure stories, startup costs, basically anything that you guys want to know about the industry. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments below, as always, or just shoot us an email. All right. Okay, so yesterday we talked about 5 things to know before you complete your first eviction work order. And today we're going to talk about 8 ways you can kind of assess whether or not property preservation is going to be a good fit for you and what you're looking to do. And then tomorrow, we actually are going to talk about whether or not our property preservation program is a good use for your money. I'm never one to say that everybody needs a course. If you don't have a course, you're gonna fail. That's certainly not the case. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. If you have not already, please subscribe at propertypreservationmastery.com. Definitely appreciate you guys doing that. That way you'll get email updates as well for the notifications for when there's new videos out, like there is tonight, and also any upcoming campaigns or discounts that we may offer. Always go to our email list first. All right, so come in, say hey, let me know where you're watching from. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. All right, again, I'm Danielle Pierce, co-founder of Mindset to Money. And I like to start off these videos with what I call highs and lows, just share something great that happened, maybe something not so great that happened. And so, as always, of course, I'll share mine. All right, let me think. A high is that, hmm, met somebody that's really nice and really cool, and we get along well and laugh pretty much all the time. So that's been a good new experience. So I'm actually excited about that. A low, mm, it's raining. It's supposed to rain like the next 8 days, but it hasn't rained in the last 8 weeks. So there's that. All right. So you guys feel free to drop your highs and lows in the comments. All right. So back to our topic today: 8 ways to tell if preservation is going to be a good fit for you. And I actually wrote those down somewhere. Let me go ahead and pull them up real quick. All right. First thing, uh, number one, you want to own a business. So you want to own a business, and your goal is to make at least, I would say, to average 5,000 per month in your very first year. Of course, you can do more, you can do less. I think $5,000 a month is a great goal. And if you guys paid attention to a video I did a couple of days ago, I actually shared the median weekly wages for I think it's 118 million folks in America over the last two quarters in 2022, and it was like $1,000 basically, or like $54,000 a year. Of course, for Black folks and Hispanic folks, it was significantly less. I want to say around 850 for Black people, maybe 750 for Hispanics. So the numbers are not as high as one might think. And so to have a business that you launch and that brings in an extra $5,000 per month is actually pretty freaking big deal, right? Especially if you're someone who works a 9 to 5, because generally once you start your 9 to 5, obviously they take out a bunch of taxes. Once you start your business in conjunction with your 9 to 5, you typically will reduce your tax burden because the business has a lot of startup costs, a lot of expenses that you'll be able to deduct and write off against your um, possibly write off against some of your income from your 9 to 5. And so it actually can work out to your benefit. But obviously, you want to talk more with the CPA about that. But number one, you want to start a business and your goal is at least $5,000 per month for the first year. Number two, you're good at delegation, or you plan to work on that skill as your business grows. Delegation obviously means that you're good at assigning work orders to the contractors that you work with, whether they be your friends, your family, people that you hire off Craigslist or Indeed. Off of Facebook groups. You are good at assessing people and kind of explaining to them what they need to do and following up with them to make sure that they get it done. All right. Number three, you have 15 to 20 hours per week part-time. Part-time is someone who's looking to make, I would say, maybe $2,000 to $3,000 per month. If you're someone who wants to make more than that, then you should have at least 25 hours per week, every single week. And obviously in the beginning, that number is going to be higher because you're new and everything will take you twice, at least 2 to 3 times as long before you kind of master it. Number four, you can pass a background check. You don't have any felonies and you don't have any misdemeanors that basically violate that would not violate, but that would cause you to get a lower ranking on a background check than someone who doesn't. So that's something to consider as well. Number 5, this is a big one. You have some level of computer literacy. So if you're taking our online course, you're familiar with navigating online programs, resetting passwords, checking your spam and promotions folder for certain emails. If you're not doing the online course, you are someone who is skilled at, I would say, Google Drive, utilizing Google Drive or Dropbox or some other storage software, creating Google Docs or Google Sheets if necessary, possibly PPW improving, depending upon the preservation company that you partner with, bidding software. So you don't have to necessarily know all the names of the specific software like I just, listed out, but you do have to be someone that is comfortable utilizing a computer and a mobile device. So there's that. All right, number 6, you're someone who is resourceful. That is someone who essentially can find a way to get things done. Best example I can give of that, actually, I shouldn't say the best example, but a good example I can give of that is, let's say you are assigned a work order to go to a property and do a clean out for, I don't know, it has 200 cubic yards, which is potentially, let's say $6,000, maybe $5,000 for, I would put the number there. So yeah, $5,000 that's out there, and the due date may be in 2 or 3 days, but you don't have any, you don't have any contractors yet, or you don't know how you're going to pull it off, or you don't have a dumpster yet, or a truck yet, or you don't have the right equipment. But nevertheless, you still kind of, spend a couple of hours making some calls, checking online, finding the right equipment, finding a trailer, and you're able to still get the job done. So when I talk about being resourceful, I'm talking about situations like that, and that'll happen to you fairly common. It's fairly common as you're working in the industry. Number 7 is kind of goes along with number 6. You think well on your feet without panicking. So let's say you get to a property, there's squatters in there, there's dogs in there. You get to a property and there's another company there doing the work that you were assigned to do. You're someone who is able to navigate those situations, and you don't necessarily panic or freak out. Or if you do panic or freak out, it's short lived and you still can kind of get back to addressing whatever the issue may be. And number 8, you don't mind getting your hands dirty. So this list was in no particular order. So don't think that 8 is the most important thing, because it isn't. When I say you don't mind getting your hands dirty, you're someone who, and that's not to say that you'll actually be doing the work yourself. You may do that or you may not. Our program is kind of geared towards those who want to subcontract out the work, but it's still theoretically getting your hands dirty, because you know that these properties, if you've seen some of my prior videos and you've been paying attention, like some of the properties are in really bad shape. There's lots of mold, lots of debris. Hoarding is pretty common. You'll find, again, rodent droppings, all types of things. So you're someone who is, I won't say comfortable, but you are someone who that doesn't completely freak you out and turn you off to wanting to do any work at all. All right. So quick recap: 8 ways to tell if preservation is a good fit for you. Number 1, you want to own a business. Your goal is to average $5K a month for your first year. Number 2, you're good at delegation. Number 3, you have 15 to 20 hours per week if you want to do part-time, 25 hours per week or more if you're full-time. You can pass a background check. You have some level of computer literacy. You are resourceful. You think well on your feet, and you don't mind getting your hands dirty. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Again, please be sure to subscribe at propertypreservationmastery.com if you've not already. We also have a Facebook group, Real Estate Profit Lab with Danielle Pierce. All the videos from this campaign are going inside of the Facebook group as well. And if you've missed any of the prior day's content, you can check Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. Those are 60-second versions, but you'll still get the gist of the topic that was covered for the day. And again, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, because I'm going to be talking about whether or not you actually need our program or any other program in order to go ahead and get started. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll let you tomorrow. Bye-bye.